That's not a bus, that's a van. That's a van.
Vehicle, isn't it?
Sorry?
Public passenger vehicle.
It's not a public passenger vehicle, it's private. Sorry?
TV plates.
What are TV plates?
Public passenger vehicle. The variation in your name is in Queensland. You've got your middle name in there.
It's not supposed to be on there.
Your middle name's on there.
Your middle name's on there, where it's not for your New South Wales and the details you gave us. It wasn't there. So that number matches up using your middle name.
All right.
That's the difference in why I couldn't find you before.
Well, hang on, but you found me on the.
On
You
New
carry
South
your
Wales.
license and there won't be a problem.
Sorry?
We found you in New South Wales, but not in Queensland. So just carry your license and it won't be a problem. Right to go. See you later.
I'm right to go, one.
Yeah, see you later.
So where's the tickets?
You get them sent.
Huh?
You get them
Send
sent.
them up.
What? How come I'm not getting them now?
You were in a hurry to go. You said send them to me. I've got
Mate,
5
I've been here.
minutes and I'll be gone.
I've been here for more time now. I've mucked them
Okay, if you
around.
wanna wait,
That's fine. Just save your time. See you later.
See ya.
So how many tickets am I getting?
2.
For what?
Not produce your license.
Yeah.
Just go no entry sign.
Well, I did provide identification, which.
Yeah, but you didn't produce a license.
No, but I don't have to.
You've got to produce a license.
I don't have to.
Produce a license.
No.
Yes, you do.
I've produced identification. Excuse me. I produced identification, which gave you my personal details.
Okay, but you don't believe in the statute, so it doesn't matter.
Sorry?
You don't believe in the statute, so it doesn't matter.
So you're trying to have your cake and eat it now, are you?
No.
No, you are. No, you
You're
are.
trying to have your cake and
No,
eat
no,
it.
you
don't
are.
believe in it,
You are.
but
If I can identify myself, then I've fulfilled all the requirements.
No, that's fine. See you later.
Have I?
Send
Have
your
I?
time up. No, you haven't. You have to produce a license.
I have produced a license.
Yes, you do.
And what's a driver? What's the lawful definition of a
You're a
driver?
driver.
Sorry?
You're
No,
a
no,
driver.
you have to be able to cite the law to me. What
No,
is the lawful
listen.
definition of a driver?
I
You
don't have to cite the
See,
law
now
to you.
you're getting in my face.
This isn't-
You can
this
sit
isn't
there and I can
exam.
talk to
I don't
you.
have to recite the law.
No, you do. If you don't know the law, and if you don't know the law, you can't
do know the
can't
law.
enforce it.
You do know
And
the law.
hang on.
See you later.
Hang on. If it takes a barrister to explain the law to me, how can I be guilty of breaking the law when I'm the common man in a common law country?
I don't understand the question. See you later.
If it takes a barrister to understand the law, right, and the maximum law is the shorter the sentence, the more powerful it is, so that everyone can understand
You're
it.
just ranting. See you later.
I'm not ranting, mate.
See you later.
You have to know this if you're going to
you
enforce the law. You have to know this if you're going to enforce the law. So you're just enforcing code, and
Okay,
you're.
no worries. Well, we were going to leave now
Because
because our time's up.
One last question. Do you know why your name's written in all capital letters? It's a deception. It's a deception. She's got it. I'm just waiting for her to call me back. So,
Please don't walk any closer.
no, you're all right, mate. You just scratched the
you.
the paint off the bottom of the car. What's the I'm not threatening. I'm trying to talk to him. All right.
Yeah, you can step back and try.
I can't hear from back there.
You can step just in front of the wheel for us.
No, I can't. I'm happy here. I'm not even within arm's reach, mate. I'm not being aggressive.
Yeah,
I'm,
but
just,
you're at the door.
I'm talking loud because it's hard to hear, mate.
Yeah,
I'm deaf.
that's fine.
How many tickets am I getting? What am I getting? How many tickets am I getting?
Go stand back there and
Oh, mate, seriously, you're not women. Let's not have this sort of
Yeah, no, we don't.
melodrama.
No.
I'm asking you a question. What are the tickets?
Stand back for me.
Now you're stepping towards me. I was about a metre and a half away from you. Now you're walking towards me.
You're getting 2 tickets so far. Plus the summons.
What's the summons for?
For driving whilst unlicensed.
I'm not driving whilst unlicensed.
Well, if you don't have a license, then how are you not?
I'm waiting for the number.
Okay.
So you write me out a ticket, and I'm waiting for the number.
Yeah, but that's not for that. That's for the no entry sign. That's the reason I stopped you.
So hang on.
See, your usual normal person that just has a license gets their no entry ticket, and they would have left half an hour ago. But I'm still here talking to you. because
So someone who believes in their constitutional rights is not normal.
Oh, well.
Sorry?
Some would say that the
What-
majority of people are normal. I'd say you're in the
No,
minority.
majority of
So
people are compliant because they're intimidated with the threat of losing their right. Sorry, mate, that's just me talking. With the threat of losing their right to travel, right? The definition, the International Unified Commercial Code, which is what all barristers use, which all lawyers use, which all judges use. Excuse me.
To be honest,
hang on a sec. I'm talking.
Sir, I don't need to be lectured. If I was interested in your sovereign citizen garbage,
It's not.
I'd
See,
go
what's
research
this
it.
sovereign citizen
If
garbage?
I was interested, I'd go
What's a
research
sovereign
it.
citizen
But I'm not
garbage?
interested,
What's a
okay?
sovereign citizen garbage?
It's what you're capital-
States are not allowed
not
to do
interested.
anything that is in
I'm not
contravention
interested.
of the
I don't care.
Constitution.
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're criminal, mate. You're absolutely criminal. You're a force. And
Some would
states,
say that someone
states
who's been
are
charged
not.
a number of times is a criminal.
charged
No,
a number
I
of
haven't been
times,
charged.
mate. It's going for appeal processes, all right?
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
going for appeal processes.
That's fine. I'm not interested.
And I've been convicted.
I'm not
Hang on. I've been convicted by a lawyer who's masquerading as a judge and a magistrate.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, no, but seriously, that's what they are. If you're the head plumber, you're still a plumber, mate.
That's fine, but like I said, I'm not interested.
No jury's convicted me.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not
And you guys don't want to have a jury because you know 45% of them. Sorry,
I don't know what you mean by you guys. I don't know you.
The government, mate. The government. It's extortion.
Honestly, I don't care. So just get your license number. So
I'm
you can
waiting
get
for
out
it.
of
She's
here.
going to call me
I
back.
can get out of here.
I'm waiting for it. She's calling me
I've
back.
got things to do.
You got things to
Does she
do.
call while you're recording like that? Or?
Yeah, of course.
Wonderful.
It's technology, mate. See, you've gotten out of the car and you've got within less than arm's reach to try and intimidate me.
You walk from your car.
It's got
over
nothing-
here.
I've come over to
It's got
talk
nothing
to
to
you.
do with intimidation.
Oh, mate, I was happy to talk to you from 1.5 meters. Now he's just
It's got
you
nothing to
just
do with
inch forward.
intimidating.
Now your
It's
hand,
got nothing
your
to
hand
do
was in a foot and a half of my face. You've just inched forward.
Talking with my hands.
So he's just lied about surveillance laws and recording, right? I'm surprised you didn't use counter-terrorism, mate.
No, record all you like. I've always wanted to be a movie star.
Sorry?
I've always wanted to be a movie star. I don't care. Record all you like. It's not a worry.
Three police officers.
Some cops you might
Three-
upset,
three-
but I couldn't care less because I do.
So
the
you're
right thing
leaning
all
in
the
again.
time.
Now you're within a foot.
I couldn't care
It's
less.
like you're trying to provoke a reaction. You can put down combative or adversarial or whatever you want. The fact is, mate, I've only ever been assaulted by police officers and criminals.
I've never used those.
And when I ring up to get someone to deal with it,
Yep.
he's do nothing.
Okay.
No, seriously.
Okay.
I'm doing it,
No,
mate.
no.
I'm making a documentary about the New South Wales Police,
Oh, okay, good.
and there's three police officers
I hope I'm in it.
standing here.
Well,
No,
I'll be
mate,
in.
you'll be on YouTube tonight.
Top.
There's three police officers standing here to catch unwitting travellers, drivers, going through an intersection which is badly signposted, and then they're here just to extort money. All right, I've just explained to the police they've got 5 minutes on the King's Highway to sort this stuff out. They're holding me here now for about 15 minutes. There's a sign back up there at the V point, or at the split, or actually after it splits, and says no vehicles other than a bus, taxi, or car. Now I've been held here. I've got the guys at Luna Park waiting. I've got a crane waiting, and I'm still standing here. And it's 15 minutes later. I've said I do not consent to unlawful stop, search or seizure. I've committed no crime. There's a sign at the point where it splits instead of before it. I didn't see it. I was watching the traffic because I'm trying to get back to the other side of the bridge because I made a wrong turn. I haven't done anything unlawful. Excuse me, I'm talking. I haven't done anything unlawful. There's no injured party. There's no it's not an opinion, it's a fact. It's a fact. You're saying
Prove you have a license.
I've just given you all my details.
There's no license under those details. So you prove you have a license.
Mate, I've just given you all the
You
details.
prove you have a license because I can't.
I've just given you all my
tried for
details.
you.
I don't
I've spent 10
care.
minutes trying to
Take
find
down the
it.
mobile number, take down the company registration. I'm one of the directors. And then send us the bill. All right? You're holding me up. You're
It's not a bill.
unlawfully
You're
holding me
probably
up.
gonna have to get
I'm
charged.
like an area manager out here now. It's my right. It's my right.
What are you gonna do? You're
I've
gonna
rung.
get your area
Excuse me.
manager out? That's a good idea.
Excuse me. I've spoke to the police assistance lines before. If I ask for a senior officer here, a senior policeman, because no such thing as an officer, because he's not a rank in the military.
Yeah,
he's
whatever,
not.
mate. Go take a seat. We'll keep looking for you. I'm trying to find your license. Trying to do you a favour. Go take a seat.
You're not trying to do me a favour, mate.
Oh, yeah,
You're
I am.
trying to have joinder with me so you can get money out of me. That's it. You're not protecting the public, mate. When someone rings 000, you guys will sit there and listen to it so you can collect fines, mate. And it's a fact. And that's why you're smiling. I'm giving you 5 minutes. I've given you my mobile number. I've given you the registration, and then I'm going, okay? I do not consent to unlawful search and seizure, right?
You're listening? Are you finished talking? Starters, we don't condone to being recorded. Putting that out there.
Excuse me.
Listen to me.
Excuse me. The second in command from New South Wales Police has said it's my right. It's my right, protected by the Constitution and even New South Wales legislation, to hold public officials or servants, is a more correct word, to accountability. That was a deputy commissioner. So don't lie. You've just lied to a member of the public. You're the servant. I'm the master. Okay. I don't like those terms, mate. But when I go to work for someone, I'm the servant and they're the master. They give me an order invoice, I write it down and then hand it back to them. And if they're happy with what I've written down and it's in accordance with what they've given me invoice, this is commercial law, then I get paid, okay? You're the servant, I'm the master. I've not committed a crime. I've not intentionally or unintentionally committed an offence because there is no injured party, okay?
You listening or are you still talking?
Well, I was just talking, but you
No,
can.
you can
I've never
overtalk,
stopped.
that's okay.
I've never stopped you from talking.
You have.
I've never stopped you from talking. How can I stop you from talking? How can I stop you from talking? I'm not ready to listen. If you have something to say, I'll listen
Not
to
ready
it.
to listen, then we need to prove that you have a licence before we go anywhere further. Because if you keep driving, you are committing a further offence.
I'm not committing any offences because you can't find my
You
details.
can't produce your licence.
Sorry?
There's offence straight away. You cannot produce your licence.
Where is the injured party? Where is the crime? I've just told you.
So that we need to justify you actually hold a licence before we can let you go. Otherwise you'll be driving.
Do you know what the word licence means? It means licensure. It means permitted freedom. Am I a free man or not? Am I free to travel on the King's Highway?
Are you allowed to drive without a licence?
Am I free to travel on the King's Highway?
Without a licence, you cannot
The
drive
definition of
without a
driving is being paid to operate on the highway for commerce. I'm not getting paid to go to work.
licence.
I'm not getting paid to go to work. I'm not. I get paid when I get to work. Do you pay the plumber to drive to work? You don't, do you?
License?
I do have a licence.
Well, doesn't look like you do according to this system, so
Mate,
unless you can produce one, you're going to get charged with driving whilst unlicensed. You understand that?
I've got a licence, mate, okay?
Alright, well, you're going to have to prove it pretty soon because you're going to get charged with driving whilst unlicensed.
Is that a summary offence? Is a ticket on the side of the road or what?
No,
What's the charge?
you'll be going to court. So you'll have to not comply with your bail.
Well, mate, hang on. What did you just say?
You've got-
No, hang on. Did you just say not comply with your bail?
Well,
Hang on, so you know who I am?
Yeah, well, you're going
No, hang on. So you know who I am? You know who I am? Okay. So do I have a licence?
No,
Huh?
no.
You've just checked. You know who I am.
Yeah.
So I've identified myself.
Correct,
I
yeah.
do have a driver's licence. I've never. Excuse me?
We don't find that you have a driver's licence.
You can't find a driver's licence. You just identified me. Your question to me was, we need to identify you. You just identified me and smiled. Can you take your sunglasses off, mate? It's not that dark.
No.
There's no sun in your eyes. Well, I need to see that you haven't been smoking drugs. Can you take your glasses off, mate? Seriously.
No.
The only other thing I can do is try and regurgitate the number.
Do you still live in Ashgrove?
Sorry?
Do you still live in Ashgrove?
I've 2 addresses, mate.
Do you still live at the one in Queensland?
Yes.
You do. When was the last
And in New South Wales. But you want my driver's licence? Do you want the address for New South Wales?
What's your address in New South Wales?
3 Hakea Close, Wyoming.
In the Central Coast.
Wyoming. 3 Hakea Close. We're renovating the house for sale.
Do you receive mail there?
Sorry?
Do you receive mail there?
Anything to do with New South Wales courts, I get it sent there.
Very good.
Everything else goes up there.
Very good. Okay, well, you're going to receive infringements in relation to the sign and not producing your licence. And I'm going to make further inquiries about your licence.
Mate, you can make...
You'll receive a summons
You-
to attend court in relation to driving whilst unlicensed. Do you understand that?
Mate,
I suggest you get someone to come pick this up because I believe you're not licensed. And if you drive again, you'll receive 2 summons.
mate, that's fine. I'm licensed, so I won't have to
Get
pay any
someone
money.
to come pick the truck up.
No, I'm not.
You can't prove that you have a licence. and I
You can't disprove it. You can't disprove it. So
Well, I've
you
looked up on the Queensland system and you're not there.
sorry?
I have looked you up on the Queensland system.
Bullshit.
I'm not there.
Bullshit. You guys have all my details.
Don't
You're
say
lying.
you're in a public-
Excuse me. I'm not swearing at you. I'm not calling your names. Okay, that is in the English language, and I'm saying you're lying. Excuse me?
Can you just can you get someone to come pick your truck up?
No, I'm not.
Get someone to come
Try 148 684. I'll get the other half to text me that she's got a copy of my license.
Why haven't you done that already?
Huh?
Why don't you use your phone for something useful instead of pointing at me?
Mate, I don't have to prove myself to anyone.
I'll ring your other half.
I'm a free man. Seriously, I'm a free man. I proved that Mr. Senior or Constable Griggs, huh?
You can get the licence details and we'll get you going.
As you said, I'm getting paid. You're not.
Get the licence details and we'll
So it's I go to jail. Hang on, it's I go to jail, or I give you a license number so you can give me a bullshit ticket, huh? Sorry?
go to jail. You'll be dealt with on the spot.
But didn't you say you're going to arrest me?
No, I said I'm going to give you a summons. Have your license.
So if I get in the vehicle and drive, you're going to chase me down and pull me over again,
As I said, we could be here all morning.
huh?
You're the one that was in a hurry to go.
Yeah,
Get the licence
no, but see,
details
I've
and
lost
let's go.
half an hour now, right?
Yeah,
I've
you're
lost half an
losing
hour.
more by being here.
So what's another 15 minutes, mate?
At
Seriously.
least we're getting paid.
Sorry? At least you're getting paid.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
So grab your license details quickly.
Sorry?
Grab your license details. Do something useful.
So you can hand out a ticket, eh?
So we can let you go.
So you can hand out a ticket.
So we can let you go, like you said.
So if I give you my license details, is that me supplying you with my license and I'm not going to get a ticket for not having my license on me?
If I can find it, that'd be wonderful. There's no license details listed under what you've given me.
Try 148. I'm not sure if it's right. Try 148 684. 148 684.
No, that's New South Wales, isn't it?
Sorry?
148 684.
No, it's not.
New South Wales, isn't it?
What are you? Your numbers expert with the licenses, are you?
New South Wales stuff.
We're familiar with how they start. Call your other half, get the license number, and then we'll be able to try and do.
Hand me the
checks on that
ticket.
license number.
You can't say it, can you? Hand me the ticket.
We're trying to find out who you are. Go get your license details.
So are you being smart now, are you?
No.
This will look great on YouTube, mate. Do you know what the common law is? Do you know what common law is?
If you fastest track this, you can get your license details.
Mate, I'm going to get it, but I'm asking you, do you know what common law is?
Go get your license details.
Can you identify yourself for me, please? Badge number and name.
You can have
No, you're required to.
No.
No, you're required to by law. What's your badge number and name?
You understand we don't have badge numbers?
I don't understand. I don't stand under your authority. What is your name then?
I just explained to you as Senior Constable Turner.
Senior Constable Turner and Police Station.
Mossman Police Station.
Mossman Police Station. And your name?
Senior Constable Cook, nice to meet you.
Senior Constable Cook. And I won't be paying any of these fines, mate.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, I burnt that one off at Black Self, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see these little shadow spots, right? And most of these weren't there. If you look at the last YouTube video, you'll see, you'll actually see, I didn't have the beard, but you won't see any of these. This one's got to go as well, and they itch and they twinge. Since I've had a directed energy weapon, basically a radio transmitter aimed at the back of the house. Now if you can imagine an umbrella, if you've got a transmitter, the antenna's on the roof, you're under the umbrella, so you're okay. If you aim that transmitter at someone's house, that's actually a federal offence. That's actually a Commonwealth offence. And so what happens is the trees at the back of the house, I'm going to post a clip which shows mango tree completely burnt off above the fence line, citrus tree all mutated above the fence line because the colour-blind fences act as a Faraday cage. And we had, give you an idea, your average modem puts out 300 to 600 milliwatts. So just imagine one broken up into 1,000. So 300 to 600 milliwatts at about 3 feet. Depends on how strong your modem is. Go out to 6 metres, you're probably only getting about 150 milliwatts. From the bedroom, actually the whole house, to the house 4 houses down in a straight line. And I went to the house and I measured out the front of the house and the energy sources coming from the house. The woman inside the house is a New South Wales police, current or serving New South Wales police employee. She even said she had the same degree, 3-year degree, or 3 years, it's not a degree, anyway, 3 years of university doing forensic science. When the cops turn up, they say, "What are you at the front with a meter walking up and down the street?" Because it's my business. And she even laughed about it. And that's the source of the house where it's coming from, which I'll post as well. Now, I was getting 6.5 volts, which is 6,500 millivolts. 6,500 millivolts coming from a house 5 houses down, which it's a war crime. It's federal crime, it's Commonwealth crime. It's actually New South Wales crime as well. I think it's APRA or someone like that governs it. They said that's not 50 milliwatts. I said 50 watts is the point at which the microwave is faulty, and that's standing next to a microwave. And I said, trees are dying, my face feels like it's burning, your skin gets itchy, your kidneys start aching. And when this happened over 9 months. Now when this happened, no matter how many times I rang up, no one would do anything. And when this did happen, like the last time, that was the worst. And my father went into hospital 2 days later, and when I was feeling it, he went into hospital 2 days after that. And 2 days before that, when it started, or the night before it started, the next morning a copper comes in. And what this does is it makes you really agitated, you can't sleep. So it's like being sleep deprived, so you're really angry and agitated or stressed. And a copper, which I will post as well, literally tried to break in through the back door, come in through that fence, all right, that lock fence, and then that door over there. And he was actually coming in the door. And my mum answered the door. I was walking back from the front door because I thought someone was knocking on the door. I was in the back room. And she said, and I said, "What are you doing here?" He goes, his words were, "We didn't see any activity from the house. We don't know where he was." All right? Now, you see the video, I play the whole video out and I say it right at the end, and you watch his face. And he wouldn't repeat what he said. All right? He was trespassing. My father said, "Get him out of here." Every time they turned up, my father said, "Get him out of here, I don't want him back." So every time they turned up here, it's criminal trespass. All right? I was acting on my father's behalf when I told them, "You're now criminally trespassing. My father doesn't want you here." Now, my mother's terrified of him because she knows what they've been doing to my sister. She's got the same cancers across her face. My dad died of a tumour on the side of his head. He went for a biopsy, and instead of doing a scrape, they drilled into it. And he said it's like the guy was trying to cut into the bone. The doctor was told to cut into the bone, spread the cancer into the bloodstream, into the bone marrow. All right? We know this. Helen Sagunas, a doctor from Victoria, they've tried to psych test her, all this kind of stuff. And she said Satanists are literally running the AMA down in Victoria. They're literally telling people to, say you got a meningococcal, give them the drugs for that, and he doesn't even have it. That will put you in hospital. That's how toxic those drugs are. So you're almost dying. They give you these drugs, and the drugs are that toxic, they kill organic matter, which is what we're made up of. But it targets that bacteria first. And she's literally saying that in Victoria, they're getting told to target patients who aren't sick with drugs, which will almost kill them. Right? Because what they do is they they create a trauma in your life or a relative's life, and it distracts you, and it's called a trim tab, right? The methodology behind it is, or the mechanism behind it is, if they can veer you off on course by 1 degree over a year, if you look at that in terms of a boat, that's a long way off where you would have been. And then in that year gives them enough time to apply another method, and it's called silent weapons for quiet wars. This is, never had any problem with any spots. I've got a couple of spots here. I've got no cancers on my hand, no arms, and I haven't worn sunscreen. I've always worn hats, broad hats, hoods, right? You know, I've been a welder, but I've always had hoods on, full face hoods, glasses, flash UV resistant glasses, inside a welding helmet. My eyes are fine. I've got a couple of Teresians, but this area down here, on the side here, up around here, never been exposed to sunlight. Not that I don't use sunscreen. That's why I don't get cancer anyway. Don't use deodorant. Don't get underarm cancer. Don't get breast cancer. Look it up. And what happens is, all of these things have started to itchy, and when this radiation's happening, right? And then what happens is, you start thinking, well, hang on, I've been indoors for 2 years studying. How the fuck are these things just going in the last 3 months? Crazy. But in the last 9 months, they've just been aching, twitching, aching, and you see down here, it was moving. I could literally feel it up here, and it spread across here, and one over here. And this is literally from a targeted attack. I've had British Special Boat Service turn up. Oh, he just happened to meet me in the train, then asked me my weight, tells me he's doing wet ops in Australia, got all these photos of all his tattoos. He said, take a picture of me Reggie docs. He had his ADF tags all around his neck, all these clearances. And he said, no, that's real. He said, I don't even know who I am anymore. I said, what do you mean? He goes, I sold my soul a long time ago. I said, what do you mean you sold your soul a long time ago? I said, your soul's on your fucking feet, mate. And I know what he meant. Right? He's had to pull back within himself, and when you start taking orders from something else, then you start being controlled by other entities. And I said, mate, all you got to do is go and ask forgiveness and spend the rest of your life fucking trying to help people out. Maybe targeting the people who fucking got you to do all that stupid shit. I said, you're working for a bank, that's it. You know, and this is just random shit. You know, fucking people are supposed to be helping, setting me up. The list goes on. And it's literally a war, right? And they say, go to peace, go to peace. I'm not at a fucking war. I'm trying to get my kids back and get back to living a long life. And they're using subjective constructs, subjective matter, persons, individuals. They're making all these terms, but they won't define them. Even the word income. In means no, and come is the mind. A beautiful and comely woman. Well, that's a beautiful and intelligent woman. Because when you come to your senses, you become awake. Come means awake. Yeah? Come around, come to. Right? It's all about consciousness. And that's why they fluoridate you with hexafluorosilicic acid, hexafluorosilicic acetate, and sodium fluoride, as well as lithium, which is what they're putting in all your waters. Now, for any of the women out there, and blokes got slightly stronger oils in their skin, but for a lot of the women out there, the fastest way to age is to put acid on your skin. Cellular destruction. They banned acetone in my industry, and it's totally restricted. Right? Can't come in contact with it because all your hands, it damages the oil producing parts of your skin, and then your skin doesn't have the protective oils, and then it oxidizes and you get cancer. Well, that's what acetone does in my industry. All right, now hexafluorosilicic acid is more toxic than that. Hexafluorosilicic acid, hexafluorosilicic acetate, sodium fluoride destroys in 100% concentration, will destroy a human cell in under 3 seconds or under 6 seconds. This is what they're doing. It's a war crime under international law. We're not humans. We're not hues, colour of man. Right? We're not person as per the rights of a son, because the son is chattel to the father. You know, everything they're doing, resident. You're not a resident of New South Wales because you don't need a passport to be in New South Wales. It's a political subdivision. It's nothing more than that. It's a political construct. Pol means heaven in Latin. A crime. Unless you've harmed someone, you haven't committed any harm. And then they say harm is crime. It's not. Crime is a charge. Right? The word crime is a commercialisation of harm. Okay? The only way you're going to stop crime is to treat harm with harm. Someone rapes someone, get a baseball bat. Someone breaks someone's arm, break his arm. It's as simple as that. That's how you stop crime. You don't stop it all. There's always a 3%. but they use subjective constructs and subjunctive language, which means, right, it's all based on a hypothecation. So you get thrown in jail for a pre-crime. Yeah, you could, you know, if you keep doing this, no, it's not. You're always going to have the fucking 3% of retards. And the more you educate people, the less crime there'll be, because they have a better consciousness. But they don't want that. That's why they put the fluoride in the water. That's why they're putting soy in the fucking bread. Right? Don't eat soy. Start to grow my own veggies. Right? Fucking make my own bread. Don't drink the tap water. And learning Latin, learning Kemetic language, learning Latin language, learning French, and getting all the definitions of the law book in my head. All right? Get accosted by police all the time. Every time I take off with a phone in my pocket, they follow me. I'll be out in the middle of nowhere, 2 motorbikes will turn up on the side of the street, and you'll see that clip as well. Oh no, here you go, mate, we just pulling up. No, you don't. They're act friendly. Fuck off, idiots. And they're coming out, just out there for money. That's all they are, out there for money. All right? The Auditor General says we need to increase traffic fines. Well, the Auditor General's part of registered to another entity in America. It's got nothing to do with Australia. It's owned by someone in the Commonwealth, the Queen, and all the rest of the ratbags. Because they're illegitimate, and they're actually fucking agenteurs. Agent you are. Agent you are. Agenteur means you're an agent. Read English backwards, you'll start seeing it differently. Government. Ment is from mentis, which is of mens. Governor, govern, governator. Alright. Means, say it backwards, mind control. Alright, so what's basically going on is silent weapons for quiet wars, directed enemy weapons, using radio transmitters, something as simple as that. And I'm not sure how they're doing it. I think it might be an oscilloscope, and they're using a particular frequency. And a mate of mine's an electrical engineer. I can't regurgitate what he said, but he said, yeah, this is not normal. I'm not one of the retards who just pumps all the fucking processed foods. And another one is if you can get wheat and grind it yourself, it's got an oil in there that the mills extract. And apparently if you eat that, it cures heart disease. So there's another one. Yeah, so just something to note anyway. Alright, I've done my bit. I'm going to post this. I'm not crazy, I'm really pissed off. The cop said you're mad the other day. Yeah, fucking oath I'm mad. I lost my kids, lost my house. And I'm going to do not a status correction, I'm just going to sort this shit out so I don't have to deal with it ever again. My kids don't have to deal with it ever again. And I've been offered, I've been bribed to shut up, go away, 3,000 a week, set up foundation, all the rest of shit. Not interested in it. Just want to be left the fuck alone. And that's it. This stuff burns like fuck, especially around here. But it's good stuff. Black Self. Elaine Hollingsworth. There's a couple of doctors that put up websites, and if you make it their way, basically it'll kill you. It's 4 plants, 2 minerals, and essentially you could buy it in the 70s. You could buy it in the 1970s, 1980s. You could buy dynamite and go and move a rock instead of paying some idiot come in with an excavator and just fuck up the whole site. And people didn't get upset. You could walk down the main street. In fact, there's a 60 Minutes clip or a news clip on the internet of a man walking down the main street in Sydney with a shotgun in his arm over his shoulder. No one gave a shit. No one gave a shit. Why? Because they're all fucking white. Weren't no fucking Arabs. Weren't no this. Weren't no that. Weren't no traumatised Arabs is probably a better way of saying it. We didn't go into their country because of the Jewish bankers and fuck with them, and now they've got a chip on their shoulder, which they have a right to, because we've got these fucking Jews who are really the Saudi family. It's really the House of Saud Jews, Ashkenazis, Zionists, nothing to do with Judaism, the tribe of Judah, tribe of Benjamin, actually. Judaism, Talmud, Torah. Torah's a good one. Talmud is the ones that are fucking with us. So that's basically what's going on. It's all banker made, banker derived, and it's just so they can harm us, right? They get to collect the estate if they kill you off. People go, why would they make us sick if it costs so much? No, they're just plundering the estate. It's the birth certificate. It's a Citus Trust. Right? Google it, Citus Trust. It was created by a foreign entity without your knowledge, without full disclosure, and they trade it like a stock, and it goes up. More productive you are, more productive the company is, the more it's worth. Then they start a war, but they don't start a war with the most productive countries because, you know, they're making shitloads of money out of you. They'll do it with the poor countries, the Africans. Right? Not worth much. Fucking knock a few off, make a bit of money. Then we can go in there, get rid of the people like they're in South Africa, get rid of all the white people who were there before the blacks. Look it up. Koshina people were the actual South African Bushmen. All right? They signed treaties with the Dutch, and basically, you know, the blacks coming out from the north seemed to come out of fucking Rome, Egypt somewhere, and slaughtered them all, slaughtered the whites. And it wasn't white people going around doing it. White people are the most peaceful people on the fucking planet, unless they're government, which are the bankers, you know, going in there and fucking it all up. Police too stupid to fucking realise. Cops are waking up in terms of they're not picking fights anymore. Someone starts speaking on us. I had a cop the other day said, "Oh, you're a sovereign citizen." I said, "Well, no, you're actually got the crown on your shoulder, and you're an Australian citizen. You think you are, so therefore you're a sovereign citizen, mate. I'm sovereign. So over reign. Here's my crown. Here's my temple." They don't want you to know that. What happens when the doctor sees your baby getting born? He looks at the baby getting born. He goes, he's crowning now, crowning glory. You know, the man's coming out. All right, man-child. Yeah, not child. Child means to kill. Anyway, there you go. Directed energy weapons. Too much information. All right. Same as my father. Same as my sister. Trees burnt. I'll post that clip. And only certain trees are dying. Certain shrubs are dying because they're the cell structure is susceptible to the same as ours. All right. The other proof to back this up is these are same. The Russians use the same technology in the 1970s on an American embassy in Russia. I think it was Russia, and everyone got cancer. So this is what their goal is. If you need to combat it, if you're getting agitated, something going on in your house, and you're part of the people who are waking up, then you need to get yourself a HF35C. It's from Germany. HF35C. It's an acoustometer. It'll actually lead you to the source. Right? It's a directional acoustometer. It gets louder. It only goes up to 2,000 milliwatts. It only goes up to 2,000 millivolts. Right? It only goes up to 2 volts per square meter. 2,000 millivolts. Right? I was getting 6.5 at the back of the house. That tells you the difference between German standards and Australian standards, where there has to be 50 volts or 50,000 volts at the back of the house, and the German meters only go up to 2,000 millivolts or 2 volts. 2 volts broken up into 1,000. All right, there's my clip. 17 minutes. Shit, better sign off. Directed energy weapons. It'll turn the simple spot, and I've got no history of cancer, apart from my father dying recently. He had no history of cancer up until 80 years of age. 77, sorry. Alright. Not a pretty sight.